Hello, good morning. Here I am back with you in our class. This is Bible 6, Lesson 2. And our story today is very important. This lesson tells us that when we choose friends, we should be very careful because we have friends that are giving us good influence. Sometimes, if we are not careful and we put ourselves in areas with friends that are not very good, we might be in trouble. So I want you to take note of that because our lesson today is about Samson. Okay? Samson was chosen by the Lord to deliver his people. However, because he chose friends that are not godly, he chose friends that are not obeying God. So he put himself in a very dangerous ground. And so his life was not that happy because he was not obeying his parents. He was not obeying the advice of his loved ones. So take note, your parents love you so much, my dear young ones, and they give you advice that are for your own good. So let me see. Let's try to learn some lessons from Samson. Is that okay na? Okay. Okay, wait for a while. Yes, the title is Samson and Delilah. Samson was chosen by the Lord. During this time, they have no leader. The, the, the Israelites have no leader, and so the Lord chose Samson to be their leader. But Samson was not very careful about choosing friends. So one day he visited a place, a territory that is not of Samson's ideal to go. And he found a friend. He found a lady named Delilah. They became very close friends, and eventually they decided to stay together. The parents of Samson were not very supportive about it, but Samson have the attitude of not following his parents. He wants to follow his own will. He wants to follow his own emotion. And he thought he loved this lady, a beautiful lady from the territory of the enemy. But then Samson was given the Lord, was given by the Lord's, I mean, Samson was given a talent, a special talent, and that is the special strength for him to protect his people, Israel. And so the Philistines, their enemy, and this lady, by the way, Delilah, is a Philistine. She was trying to be friend with Samson because he wants to know Samson's secret. Because the Philistines leaders want Delilah to make Samson love her, and eventually they will defeat Samson. Samson have a very special strength, and he fought against the Philistines, and the enemies were defeated. So the Philistines leader said, Delilah, we want you to go and see Samson, and we want you to know. Please try your best to know what is his secret, why is he's so strong. That's why we cannot defeat him. So the leader said, Delilah, this is what you will do. Your goal is to know what is Samson's secret. And if you know, you tell us so that we can get him and we will pay you a big amount of money. And Delilah really did not love Samson. What she wants is the money. Yes, the reward from the leaders of the Philistines. So she agreed and said, okay, I will do that. I will ask Samson to tell me what is his secret, why he is so strong. So she talked to Samson. Samson, please, Samson, if you love me, please tell me your secret, why you are so strong. By the way, the strength of Samson given by the Lord is coming from the long hair that he has. And the Lord gave it to him, not, not because of his long hair, but the Lord's power has been him with him, and it came from the long hair. Not necessarily that what I mean is that if you have a long hair, you are strong. No, this is the gift of God to Samson. And so Samson thought for a while and said, okay, I will tell you. If you will tie me with leathers around me, then I will be weak because that's the kind of thing that makes me weak. So while Samson was sleeping, Delilah tried to tie him with the thong of leaders. And so after that, Delilah shouted, Samson, Samson, the enemy is here. And when Samson woke up, he just broke that kind of thing that Delilah tied around him. And so again, Delilah asked, oh, Samson, you did not tell me the truth. And Samson said, okay, you tie me with new ropes. You tie me with new ropes. And if you will do that, then I'll become a normal person. I will have a normal strength. So again, when Samson was sleeping, Delilah again tied him with new ropes around his body. But then when Delilah woke him up, Samson woke up and just broke all those new ropes around his body. Wow. Delilah said, oh, Samson, you're not telling me the truth. Why? You don't love me if you're not telling me the truth. I cannot be with you. And so again, Delilah was told by Samson, you do this, you do this. And Samson was not just telling the truth to Delilah. And so Delilah was so upset because she wants to get a reward. She wants to be rich. She wants to get the money from the leaders that would like to kill Samson. And so he said, oh, Samson, I cannot be with you anymore. You don't love me. I will not stay with you. I will go home and stay with my people because you don't love me. I really now know that you don't love me because you are not telling me the truth. I will not stay with you. And so Samson was like, really? Really? You will not stay with me? And so Samson finally gave in. Samson finally told Delilah the secret. And what Samson told her, this is what he told her. If did you notice, Delilah, that I have long hair? Yeah. My God, my Lord, has given me a gift, and the source of my strength is my long hair. Really? Yes, that's the truth. And so after that, Delilah ran away. She went to the leaders, said, this is what Samson said. So when Samson will sleep with me tonight, I want you to come with scissors and I want you to cut his hair quickly. So that's what happened. Samson was sleeping. They came in quietly and quietly, and there was this barber who cut his hair, and the hair of Samson now became very, very short. And the people went out, they hide, and then Delilah shouted, Samson, Samson, wake up, the enemies are here. Samson, after that, woke up and he has no strength like what he had before. He plucked out, they plucked out his eyes, and he was asked to do a very big work to turn around something that is very difficult for him to do. So Samson there, a prisoner, not strong anymore, a blind man, hair was short. And so he worked and worked and worked. And the people around him, the Philistines, finally, finally, we conquered our enemy. And now he is a blind man. He is now in chain and he's working for us. He was placed in an area where he would work day and night. They were rejoicing, they were happy. And Delilah received her reward. They were happy. One day, let me do a little bit backward. So Samson worked there day and night. And he was so regretful, so sorry why he chose these bad friends, especially Delilah. Why did he choose? Why did he choose Delilah to be his wife? He was told by his parents, Samson, don't. They are not faithful to God. They don't even believe God. Why are you choosing that lady? But Samson, being the hard-headed, and he thought he knows what he's doing. Now he is a prisoner. He's blind. He's in chain. He's working. And so Samson, while they're working, he was contemplating about his life. He was thinking, oh, I'm not obeying what my God told me. I'm supposed to be a leader, a deliverer of God's people, Israel. But now I'm a prisoner. But Samson said, Lord, please help me. Help me. I I have repented my sins and I know I'm wrong. Please help me. So after a while, Samson's hair grew again. The Philistines forgot that the strength that he has is coming from his hair. After staying there, his hair again grew very long. And so the Lord gave him another chance, gave him another chance to be used for his own glory. So Samson prayed, Lord, please help me to regain that strength when my hair becomes long. So one day, a celebration was made by the enemy, and the person that will entertain them is Samson. They were so happy that Samson is the is their prisoner now, a blind man. How can he fight when he's blind? So there was this big celebration from the nation of Philistines. Philistines people gathered around in one big building area. They were like under a big, huge auditorium. They were all there because they want to see Samson, who before they were so afraid, but now he's blind. So all of them, so much people were inside the building because they want to see their enemy now a blind man and cannot do anything to them. And so he requested if he can be brought in the middle and stay close to a post or posts. So he was led by a child or a boy, and he said to the boy, Boy, please bring me to the center of this building and put me in the middle of the two posts so that I can stay in between. So that's what the boy did. And the people, when Samson entered into the building from his prison cell, they shouted, they were rejoicing, they were clapping, they were happy, so happy. Now, finally, we become very proud of ourselves because our biggest and greatest enemy is our prisoner, is under our command. So Samson was asked the boy to be put in the middle of the building with the two big between posts between him. And Gideon prayed, Lord, I pray. Samson prayed, Lord, please do a miracle to my life today. Give me back my strength so that I will be able to kill all the people that's inside in this building. The enemies that I have that are now rejoicing because of my defeat will all die. Give me back my strength once more. I don't mind if I will die with them, provided your enemies or the enemies of your people, all of them will die, or many of them. So God answered Samson's prayer. And when he prayed, he felt that the strength that he has before came back to his body. And so he pushed with all his strength, pushed the, the two big posts in the middle of the building, and the building crumbled. The building, you know, collapsed because that was the center of the strength of the big building. And so the building collapsed, and all the people, I don't know if there is one who survived, all the people inside, even Delilah and the leaders and those who were laughing and mocking and teasing and shouting at Samson, they all died. Also, Samson died. What a sad story of a man who was chosen by the Lord to deliver his people. So, the lesson that I want you to learn is that I want you to listen to your parents. I want you to listen to the pieces of advice your parents give you. Because what your parents' intention only is for you to be always in the right path where the Lord is always happy. Thank you so much for listening. And let's try answering all of these questions. You have here 9 questions that I prepared, and I want you to answer them. If you cannot remember the question, I mean the answer, just review this video again, and you'll be able to answer all of these questions because all the answers of this question is covered on the story that I gave you. Answer these questions and send your answer to the site back to Laura Carnick, and we will know that you have done your assignment. Also, I want you to do your worksheet, lesson 2, Bible 6 worksheet, lesson 2. Please do worksheet 2A and 2B. Okay? Thank you very much for listening and have a wonderful day.